laying on our backs with our feet on the bolster and our soles of our feet together. And then these can just go out. And adjust yourself so you feel really, comfortable and neutral. And
oh, this has got to come down.
Oh, yeah, you're good. Yeah, so you have your knees apart. And let's sing our arms out like cork style, Shavasana, where our palms are facing the sky. Close the eyes. Relax the arms and the hands and the knees open. And just begin to connect with the breath. And slow the breath down. With a little bit of gratitude for being able to be here. And take the time. So just beginning to, as we take a deep inhale, letting the chest rise and the ribs open and the collarbones open. And let the shoulders melt to the floor. In fact, squiggle your shoulder blades under you a little bit. Exhale, empty the belly. Let the belly button sink down to the floor. Inhale. Open the chest. Opening the shoulders, like even letting them come further into the floor. Exhaling. Empty the belly. Release the lips, forehead. Inhale. All the way to the top of the head. Crown of the head. Continuing to just sip in a little more air, a little more, a little more, a little more. Exhale. Completely. The belly comes toward the spine. Continuing to exhale until there's nothing left. Inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Sip in a little more air. Relax the forehead and the lips and the cheeks and the jaw. Sip in a little more air. Exhale. All the way down, empty the belly. Let the low back kind of sink toward the floor. The belly button come towards the low back and the floor. Hold the breath out. Relax the knees and the inner thighs. Inhale. All the way up to the crown of the head. And then exhale naturally. And finding your own breath now. Maybe it's slower and deeper. Releasing the hip creases, the inner thighs. And on your next inhale, we'll just sweep our hands up above our head, interlace our fingers, and reach the palms up behind us over the head. Chin kind of comes down to the chest naturally, back of the head on the floor. Elbows come kind of towards the head and towards the floor. And breathing into that. Send the breath all the way up through the ribs, through the armpits, the upper arms, the lower arms, the wrists, the fingers, palms. Let the breath go all the way through to the tips. Exhale, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Relax those elbows out to the side. The fingers are still interlaced. And let the elbows come toward the floor. Tuck your tailbone down, your pubic bone towards your belly button, and get your sacrum down on the floor, low back. Bring the knees up, feet on the bolster. Let's push the bolster out a little bit so that the back of our calves are on the bolster. Release the arms, release the hands. Let's bring them out wide to the side. Spread the fingers out. Really reach them out. Reach your arms out to the side, both sides. Reach, reach, reach. Fingers wide. Thumb wide, pinky far away from the thumb. Reach, 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 reach. Breathe. Continue to reach. Flex the feet. Reach the heels. Everything stretching out. Neck, crown of the head reaching up. Feet reaching out, fingertips reaching out. Breathing. Again. Exhale, relax everything. Bring your palms to the floor, down by the sides of either side of your hips and your thighs. We're going to use the arms to just press the hips up so that we're on the back of the calves, on the bolster, on the pillow, and we're using our arms. So we're going to inhale and just lift the butt off the floor. Just a little bit, not very far. We feel like we're comfortable because our calves are on this nice soft thing, but our glutes and our back of our thighs are working. So if you can relax the hands and arms and just keep the tension in the lower torso and the hip region. Pressing those hips up, inhale. Exhale down. Let everything melt. Take a couple of breaths. Deep breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to go up. Inhale up. Bring your arms above the head. Interlace the fingers. The opposite interlace. Stretch them up. So the arms are up. The legs are out. The butt is up. We're breathing here. So we're on our shoulder blades, maybe our fingertips, and the calves. Everything else is up. When you exhale, let the belly sink down. Don't relax down, just let the belly come in towards the spine. And exhale, come down. Bring those arms down. Both legs, bring one leg in at a time. Both knees into the chest. Rock and roll a little bit side to side. And grab one knee in each hand. We're going to just circle out and around. Inhaling as we go out. Exhaling as we come in. So inhaling out. Exhaling in. Inhaling out. Exhaling in. Inhaling out and exhaling in. Let's bring, just hold those knees out to the side. We've done this before, so just open the feet, open the knees, everything's out. Holding onto the knees, kind of bringing the knees towards the armpits and towards the floor at the same time with the hands. There's a little bit of work going on in the arms, the fingers, maybe the chest a little bit. As we release the inner thighs consciously. Release the back of the calves, the back of the thighs. Hold those knees in towards the shoulders, out towards the elbows, in towards the armpits, and out towards the elbows. Holding it out. And breathing. And relaxing, bring them down. We're going to put our feet over that bolster. We're going to bring this bolster up under our hips, lift your hip butt up, and bring our hips to rest on top of the bolster. I forgot one thing. Bring your feet flat on the floor again. Lift your hips and press your bolster down. Let's have our bolster under our calves again. Further for me. And let's just bring our feet to the bolster and just drop over to the left side with a gentle twist. Right, let's see. Left hand on the outside of the right thigh, turning the face looking to the right. Release the left hip and the left thigh. And the feet are up, kind of on the bolster. Reach that right sit bone towards the feet, towards the bolster. And reach that right knee down towards the floor. Breathe. Exhale, inhale up. Just drop them over the other side. A gentle twist. We're going to take a deeper twist in a bit. Release that right hip, right thigh, and reach that left sit bone towards the bolster. Eyes are closed, keeping our mind with our body. Opening the waistline all along the left side. And just bring those knees back up to center. Hug them in one more time. Rock and roll side to side. All right, now we're going to bring that bolster up underneath the buttocks and let the feet come to the mat. Let the waistline just kind of melt toward the floor. Arms can be out. And just feeling the stretch all along the front of the hips. The psoas and the, whatever those front of the hips things, right at the hip creases. Making them go the opposite way of the regular daily activities. Deeply breathing. Bring your feet flat on the floor. Cross your right knee over your left and drop both knees over to the left. Now your right shoulder may come up, that's fine. Just twist all the way over. Maybe the right hand is on the waistline. And let that top knee, that right knee, come towards the floor. Breathing into it and just feeling the expansion happening while we stay in the pose. Release the left hip where it's settled on the bolster. Hopefully you can feel a nice stretch all along the right hip, from the top of the right hip, through the side, through the outer side of the IT band to the knee. Maybe you put your right hand on your right hip and open your shoulder out a little bit, the right shoulder. Now. Breathing into the hips, the low back. And relaxing out the outer hips, the inner thighs, the low back as it melts to the floor. Gently inhaling up. Uncross those knees. Bring that right knee into the chest. Extend the left. Stretch that out. Left leg is reaching out beyond the foot. Right knee is coming towards the shoulder. And then relax down. Bring both feet on the floor. The right foot kind of comes in center. The left knee comes across the right. I'm going to drop over to the right. Maybe the shoulders come with you. Let those knees come all the way to the floor. It doesn't matter how far up your body comes. Just try to keep the twist. But let it go deep, right above the hip in the waistline. And reach that left sit bone towards your right foot. Release the right hip, the right thigh. Everything's melting to the floor. And then maybe bring that left shoulder away a little bit. Maybe the left arm. Turning the face a little bit to the left. Keeping the right hip melted. There we go. Breathing in. Breathing out. Couple more breaths. Relax the feet. Until you feel like you just can't melt any further. Like everything's let go. I'm not holding anything anywhere. Take an extra couple breaths. And gently inhale, bring those knees up. This time have the left knee in, right leg out. Breathing. And just bring both knees up, feet flat on the floor. We're gonna actually bring both knees in, hug them both. Get a nice deep low back stretch. Like if we were in child's pose, if we were kneeling, right? Breathe until there's the full release of the tension in the muscles in the low back. And you're not holding anything there anymore. Then we'll let our feet come back to the floor. Press the hips up. Bring the bolster up just a little bit so it's under the low back. And we're going to just let those hips fall over the pillow. So the hips are falling down, so like the tailbone is reaching towards the mat, and our back is curved like a nice little arch in the low back. And then soles feet together, knees out again. You're going to bring your arms above your head. That's cool. If you want them out by the side, that's okay. I like it to be up over my head so that I'm just getting a full extension. Knees are open, thighs are open. Letting the tailbone reach toward the floor. Fully supported in the low back. Let that tailbone come down. Your arms don't have to be working, the elbows can be resting on the floor. Release the lips. Release the inner thighs. Release the shoulders. Let the shoulders come away from the ears. And expanding the breath so our chest is open, our low belly is open, and taking some deep breaths here. Really feeling the rib cage expand, the belly rise up. Just coming back to the breath. Letting the mind, doesn't have to wander. Just try to keep the mind on the body and the breath. If it wanders, just bring it back. No judgment. Releasing the belly and releasing the low back. Bring your hands down to the outer end sides, outside of your thighs. Use your hands to help your knees lift up. Press your hips up. Actually, what we want to do, hold on a second. I think we want to go one more twist over here. Let's cross that right knee over the left. Bring the hips a little bit over to the right and then drop those knees over. So this time the pillow is right in the waistline. So maybe the shin of the right leg is on the floor. Release the left side. Maybe turn your face to look up. Maybe the right elbow is up and back. Going deep here. Once again, right sit bone towards the left foot. Breathe again. These are subtle differences. Each twist is a little different than the last. Allowing a little more expansion in some areas, a little less in others. Closing the eyes, just being in the body. How does it feel? That's all that matters. How does it feel? How do I feel? Is this a pleasurable experience? Is this a difficult experience? Am I fighting anything? Am I letting it all go? Can I let my mind rest? Is that too hard? Sometimes it is. Continuing with the deep breaths, opening the shoulders if you can. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right thigh and knee, and try to hold that knee down while you try to bring your right shoulder more open. And breathe. The back of the left arm may be working. That's all right. And release. Inhale, bring those knees up. Woo-hoo. Woo. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's see. In fact, push the bolster down a little bit. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Put the bolster under the hips again. And again, we'll just stay in this reverse child's pose until all tension leaves the low back and the hips. While we breathe. All right. If you feel like you've let go of everything, bring your feet back to the floor. Press your hips up. And we'll bring our hips on the other side of that pillow, that bolster, tailbone to the floor. Left knee over right. Hips a little to the left and drop over to the right. Let the shoulders come up, let the arms come up, whatever. It should all be just in it, like right between the rib cage and the hip bone. Fully extending the left side of the waist, the ribs, all the way maybe from the armpit, all the way down. Releasing the right hip, right thigh. And then if you're ready, if you want to, you can just turn the face a little more to the left. And try to allow the shoulders to open. Try to release any tension in the left hip, the left leg, the left thigh. Reach the left sit bone towards the right foot. Breathe slowly and deeply. And again, just breathing, just trying to enjoy the breath. Elongating the breath. Send it wherever we can get into little tiny cracks and crevices, little places, anywhere in the body. That's the life force. Deep inhale, deep exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale. Just help your knees come up. Uncross them. Press the hips up, push the pillow down, and hug those knees one more time. Ooh. Hold onto your knees and bring them in towards your shoulders. Bring your soles of the feet down to the floor. We're going to bring that pillow up. In fact, sit up. We're going to bring that bolster pillow under the shoulder blades. Now, I don't know what we want to do with our blocks. You could maybe have them under the knees, maybe not. Maybe you can rest your feet on them. I'm not sure. We're going to play around a little bit. But I want the bolster, the pillow, to be underneath you. Maybe we don't want the blocks. I'm not sure. Actually, let's bring the blocks outside so we can put them by our elbows. And then we're gonna just bring our shoulder blades are gonna be directly on the pillow. Let's see. So that pillow is big. I want you to bring it down a little bit more, the pillow. So your tops of your shoulders are kind of coming over the top of it. That's a pretty big pillow.
I put the blocks under it.
What?
I put the blocks under it to make it higher. Maybe I should.
Oh, you did? I wouldn't do that. I think it's big enough.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's a really big pillow. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of scrunch the pillow in a little bit because I'd like the tops of your shoulders to be like kind of reaching towards the mat. There you go. Yeah, that's a little better. So now it's just like above the waist, the pillow's under the ribs, under the shoulder blades, but the tops of the shoulders are kind of coming down. We don't really need the blocks right now. I don't know. Let's do arms above the head again. Elbows out to the side. Are your elbows able to touch the floor? Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
We'll just practice some deep breathing here. We'll count to 10. So fully exhale. And we'll inhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out the exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Just a normal exhale. Maybe all your attention is on the front of the torso, the chest, the ribs, the lungs, the throat, the nose, the lips. Allow yourself to breathe more deeply than you have been. Let the breath come. Let it fill your body. Notice the sensations. Notice if you have any anxiety over it, or if it's causing any tension, breathe through it. And find peace in the breath. Or try to. So breathing into the back now. We've been paying attention to the front of the body. Notice if you're holding any tension in the back. Relax the back. Relax the neck. Noticing the arms, maybe they're starting to tingle a little bit. Breathe into them. Fingertips. Letting the shoulders melt toward the floor, away from the ears. And on your next inhale, we'll just gently bring our arms down, knees up, hug the knees to the chest. Rock a little side to side. Lift your head and we'll just roll up to a seated position. Whew. Do you have your strap?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let me get mine. Let's first take that actual child's pose, the one we've been faking for a while. Knees a little bit wide, toes touching, heels out. And just reach out. Feel the difference. Same pose. One on prone and one well facing the sky, right? Relax the lips and the neck. Let the elbows melt to the floor. Let the shoulders come down from your ears. Bring the tailbone towards the feet. As you breathe in, widen the back of the body. The ribs, the lower waistline. Maybe there's a stretch going on in the armpits and the upper arms. That's all right. Breathe into that. Now your next inhale will just gently roll up. Go slow. You're going to do one more forward. Bring your blocks so they're underneath your forearms. And we'll come back to child's pose with the hands over the blocks. Forearms on the blocks. You're going to find a little spot in your wrist creases where the blocks will be. That's hopefully a little bit of pulling your arms out of your body.
Mm.
Forehead to the floor. Breathing into the arms. Letting them be pulled forward. But releasing the shoulders and the outer upper arms and the top of the forearm. There's a separation of the musculature, right? So the underside of the arms is getting a stretch, but the top of the arm is relaxing. The hands are melted, they're just releasing. Back of the neck is trying to relax. Breathe into between the shoulder blades and just above the shoulder blades. The cervical, thoracic, take a breath, inhale. Spread the shoulder blades apart, exhale. One more time, release the thighs. And exhale. Gently coming up. Let's bring our legs out in front. Let's see. Just sit for a moment. No bolster, no nothing. Just bring your hands on either side of the hips. Bring your flesh out from underneath the buttocks so your sit bones are on the floor. Reach your heels out so the backs of the legs are on the floor. Reach up with your heart. Heart lifts, yeah. Shoulder blades come back. Hands on the floor next to your hips, there you go. Then you can use your hands a little bit to just press your chest up a little. Just a couple of breaths right here. Try to release your legs, let them melt into the floor while your heart still lifts. Pelvic floor, pelvic region, lower abdomen tucks in. Reaching tall through the crown of the head. And relax. Let's put that block in between our feet. What time is it? How are we doing?
11:36.
What time did we start? A little later, right?
I think it was about 5 minutes later, yeah.
5 minutes later?
I think so. I don't think it was
Okay.
much.
So like, we still got like 12, 15 minutes.
You don't have a class starting after?
Huh?
There isn't a class starting after your class?
Well, I would think the next one probably starts at 12. I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna go till like 50, till 10 till. I mean, we'll just do a couple more things, then we'll do our shavasana. So,
Sure.
yeah, I just don't want to have it be less than an hour, So we did a lot of things with the waist. So how is this for you? If you have your block here, are you okay to sit up?
Yeah.
Let's bring our strap around our feet. Did we loop the strap last week?
I don't think so.
We didn't do this, right, last week? Okay.
Oh.
So I want to make a loop in the strap. You know how to do that?
A loop?
Uh-huh. Do you have one of these that goes up? Okay, I see what you have. Okay, so you put the strap in the bottom, through the bottom, and then you pull it out, and then you go back towards that direction through the top one. And so now the loop should be tight, but if you pull on the extra strap, let me see, wait, hold on. Let's see how you did it.
Okay, I went through and you said then go through the same way again?
No, come back through on the top one. There you go. Yes, good.
Pull it through?
Right. Yeah, perfect. Now you've got your loop. So your loop should be tight, like if you pull on just the loop part, right? Okay.
Yeah,
and then the strap, if you pull the strap, though, it makes it shorter, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And then you lift this to open it more. Okay, how long is that strap? Is it gonna fit all the way from your hips to your feet?
Around my hips to my feet?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Let's see. I don't think so.
Open it all the way. Let's see how far it's gonna go.
Whoops.
Yeah.
No.
No, it won't go. Okay. All right. So forget that. Okay. So no worries. Just have the strap around your feet. It's just a really lovely thing. So let me undo mine. All right. The block is in between our feet. The strap is around our feet in the block. We're just going to hold the strap. You can hold it one side in each hand. Yeah, it could be looped still or not. It doesn't matter anymore. This is just, we're not going to use the loop if it's there. So again, flesh is out from underneath the sit bones. So make sure you're on your sit bones. Grab your strap as far down as you can. Yeah, without bending. Just like, so you're sitting up. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So now what I want you to do is I want you to bring your elbows are just going to kind of come down towards your hips. Yeah. And then as you pull them toward your hips, lift your heart. There you go. That's it. So the toes are kind of towards the face and the heels are reaching out. The back of the legs are kind of hopefully feeling something. Drop the shoulders, bring the shoulder blades. In fact, you can bring your hands back further if you need to, if you want to. I like the heart lifted and towards your toes more than any other action, right? So the hands are working, the arms are working a little bit, but nothing else has to do any work. So a few breaths here. Closing the eyes and just noticing the flow of the breath and the life going through. So shoulder blades come towards each other, heart continues to lift, Elbows continue to reach toward the hips. Everything on the arms is kind of working. And then maybe you start to be able to just pull a little bit on the strap to bring your heart a little closer to your feet, just a little, anything. And then just stay there, breathe a few more times. And as you breathe and you find the peace and relaxation in the breath, play with the tension in your elbows, bending them a little more or letting them go straighter, whatever feels good. Don't let it be in your low back. Yeah, you're doing great. That looks good. And relax the back of the legs. I know that they're working and I know that you can feel them. I certainly feel mine, but try to relax them. And see about that heart coming forward even a little, just a quarter of an inch, right? Any little tiny bit. And then just let the head rest. Like it doesn't have to, you don't have to work it. I don't want, if you rest your head down, I don't want it to be like causing any other changes in the body. But you can just keep it neutral and chin towards the toes. Shoulders back and down, elbows toward the hips. Take a deep breath. Heart up and forward. Release the back of the legs. We're just going to breathe here a few more times. Noticing if you can, move with the breath. Check in, see what you can do. Maybe you need to scoot your hands up on the strap a little bit. And then you're back where you were. Yeah, there you go. Breathe into the back of the legs, the low back. Heart towards the toes. Rest the head, let it hang, but don't let it change the position of your back. And take a few more breaths. Really pulling your elbows a little deeper, heart a little further. Yeah. Breathing. It's not in your low back, right? No, perfect. Let the chin come down. Just let your head be neutral. Don't let it change what's happening in your back. Heart is forward, nose toward the face. Beautiful. Breathe, let the back open. Let the back of the legs open. Let the waistline open. 3 more breaths here. Make them count really deep. Let your body move with the breath. One more. Exhale, just stay here, relax everything down, let the head hang, curve the back, and roll it up.
I like that.
Good?
Yes, I've never done that before. That's nice.
Yeah, it's great. My feet are tingling, I feel good. All right, that's pretty good. Let's come on our back. Have your goodies nearby for your Shavasana. I think we should have our pillow under our knees this time for our Shavasana. But let's have them, let's not use it yet. Let's do the knees into the chest, rock and roll. We did a lot of twisting, so I'm not worried about that. But let's do a happy baby. So knees out, feet up. I love to talk through this, right? So the tailbone reaches down, the knees come toward the floor while the tailbone is reaching down. The sacrum is trying to be flat on the floor. And then we use our hands or our feet to try to bring the toes toward the top of the head. While the tailbone's down, yep. And while the knees are down, toes toward the top of the head, chin in, long neck. Back of the head on the floor. And then just keep going around and around and with the breath, with those like 5 things, the tailbone, the knees, the toes. And breathing while we're here, undo and neutralize our practice. Maybe you can even do it without holding any tension. Maybe just breathe everything out, relax in the pose. And then exhale. With those knees and bring that bolster, that pillow under the knees. Are your blocks handy?
Yeah.
Let's put them out and rest our backs of our hands on the so the block is like right in the little hip, the crease right here. So whatever angle you need to do, so you're like a princess. With someone like petting your hands. Lifted. And your knees are lifted. Lift your butt, relax it down. Get neutral, shoulder blades under you. Oh. Let everything go. Maybe a couple of deep breaths to begin. Elongate your neck so that your chin is a little bit to the chest. And just start releasing things. Releasing the toes, the feet, ankles. Breathing into the calves, the shins, the knees, the thighs, the hips. The waistline, the ribs, the heart and the lungs and the chest, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, back of the hands, the palm of the hands, and the fingers and the fingertips. Shoulders, the shoulder blades, the whole back, the neck. Let the jaw go slack, the lips release. The tongue moves away from the roof of the mouth, and the tongue falls back in the throat. Release the lips and the nose. The eyes melt into the eye sockets. The forehead. No wrinkles, no creases in the forehead. All tension leaves the face. The top of the forehead, the crown of the head, our hair. And the energy just above our head, the portal. All good things. Allowing the breath to deepen. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, wrists and ankles. Stretching out if you need to, or just hugging your knees in, whatever feels good to you. Rolling over onto your left side. Yeah, sit together and take one together. Palms together, heart center. Lift your heart to meet your thumbs. Inhale. Once again, it is my pleasure to share this practice with you. Thank you for coming to this class and giving us the time to shine our light a little bit brighter and buff it up a little bit so we can be a positive force in the world. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you. That was very nice.
Love seeing you. Take care. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.